One Rosemary Ndlovu. Working as a police officer in Tembisa, South Africa, Nomia Rosemary Ndlovu was struggling with gambling addiction. As such, she used to skip work to avoid paying her debts. But in 2012, Ndlovu had a dark realization about funding her lifestyle. She would take out life insurance on family members, have them slain by a hitman, and then receive the payout. Until 2018, she did this to 6 people, including her sister, her boyfriend, nephews, her niece, and a cousin. However, when Ndlovu asked a hitman to take out her sister and her children, she didn't realize the person was actually an undercover cop. In 2021, Ndlovu was sentenced to 6 life terms for her spree to John Christie. In 1953, former Special Constable John Christie had to move out of his flat in London, England. It was then discovered that 3 bodies were hidden in the kitchen. For a week, Christie evaded capture before eventually being caught. While he was solely charged with the slaying of his wife, Ethel, the remains of 5 people in total were found on Christie's property and buried in the garden. He also confessed to the killing of Beryl Evans. With testimony by Christie, Timothy Evans was wrongly executed for killing his wife and their daughter in 1950. It's speculated that Christie had killed upwards of 8 people. He was found guilty of Ethel's murder and was sentenced to execution, which took place in 1953. 3. Gennady Mikhasevich. From the outside, Gennady Mikhasevich seemed like a decent person in the town of Polotsk in modern-day Belarus. After all, he had a family, was a part of the Voluntary People's Druzhina, was a teetotaler, and was active in local politics. However, from 1971 to his capture in 1985, Mikhasevich took the lives of many people, then robbed them and handed the items to his unsuspecting wife. Due to his voluntary police position, Mikhasevich even investigated his own crimes. There are even reports of other people being executed for Mikhasevich's slayings. He was caught when his handwriting matched notes left on the victims. After confessing, Mikhasevich was executed in 1987. It's speculated he took the lives of more than 55 people. 4. Joseph James DeAngelo. Due to advances in DNA technology, it was discovered that the mysterious assaulter and the original Night Stalker, who had terrorized California, were the same person. This led to the nickname, the Golden State Killer. In 2018, using genetic genealogy with DNA evidence from the crime scenes, the police found the culprit, Joseph James DeAngelo. From 1974 to 1986, DeAngelo committed a litany of horrible crimes even when he worked as a police officer in the state. In 2020, as part of a plea deal and the statute of limitations on assault cases, he pleaded guilty to 13 murders and 13 kidnappings and received multiple life imprisonments. However, it's believed DeAngelo is responsible for at least 13 murders, 51 assaults, and 120 robberies. 5. Gerard John Schaefer. In 1972, Gerard John Schaefer Jr. had hidden his dismissal at the Wilton Manors Police Department for harassing women to become a sheriff's deputy in Martin County, Florida. Shortly after, he abducted 2 teenage girls. However, they escaped, and Schaefer was arrested. When he was out on bail, Schaefer officially began his crime spree by taking the lives of 2 teenage girls. After spending 6 months in jail for the kidnapping in 1973, Schaefer was arrested for the slayings after he was seen with the victims. He was found guilty and received 2 life sentences. Schaefer was killed in prison in 1995. Over the years, it's believed Schaefer could be responsible for over 28 murders, starting in 1966, earning him the nickname the Killer Cop. Which of these stories did you find the most shocking? Let us know in the comments.